How's it going, everybody? My name is Austin, and welcome to the Power Stoke YouTube channel. If you're new to the channel, my truck was in an accident last week. Well, I mean, I was in an accident last week, and I thought this week I could talk about it and kind of explain to you guys what happened. So normally I wouldn't, if it was just a normal accident, obviously I wouldn't be doing a video like this, but I did get a lot of people asking if it was because of the new tires I put on the truck, and I will start this video out by saying it had nothing to do with the street tires. Those tires have been nothing but amazing for me. My mileage has gone up. They have really great traction. I actually really do enjoy the street tires. So no, this accident had nothing to do with street tires. It just had to do with somebody's incompetence with driving. So I got a little creative and I bought a whiteboard, drew out the road so I could fully explain and have you guys visualize what happened as to why my truck was in an accident. It wasn't anything really bad. The truck is going to be fine. So you guys, I just want to say this also, the truck is going to be okay. It really wasn't that bad of an accident. It was just truck got whipped around, plowed into a curb with the right rear wheel. And I'll put a picture here of the damage to the wheel. It's all being taken care of, and we're going to get through this, and the truck will be back, and we got some more great plans ahead. So without further ado, I'm going to set you guys up. And this is going to be a really short video because I don't have the truck. I was going to try to pop the dent out in the door this week, but I don't have my truck. Alright, so as you guys can see, I drew out the road. This is the edge of Edgewater. It turns into an on-ramp onto a highway, and then there's cross streets and stuff like that within the on-ramp, which I think is really kind of silly. This area is a 45 mile an hour zone, so I was going about 50, which is a little above the speed limit, but I mean, I'm not going to get in trouble for it. We can appreciate the purple truck that my grandma painted for me for my engagement party with Sierra. Put that on top of the cake. I thought that was a pretty good joke. So we have an accurate representation of the truck here. Well, I mean, it's an F-150, but we'll play along. And then the other car was red, but it was not a Camaro that is missing a tire. The other car did have 4 tires. I will make sure to say that. We're just gonna have to play pretend here, guys. This is like we're back in elementary school here. So I was traveling down the road, doing about 50 miles an hour to get onto the highway because, I mean, that's just what I've always done it. Everybody's ever done 50 miles an hour. The guy that was in the red Mazda, we'll call him Bozo. Bozo here said he saw me and thought he had plenty of time to pull out in front of me. And I was about 200 feet and maybe 100 feet actually. I will say that. I was about 100 feet before he just decided to pull out right in front of me. At which point I locked up my brakes, swerved the truck behind him. I avoided an accident. And then the truck got up onto the sidewalk, spun 180, and slammed the right rear into the curb, and I went up into this like ivy planter thing. There was a bunch of city workers over there that witnessed the whole thing. And I will say this at first, the guy decided to keep going and drive off. I mean, he was out of here. So that was super annoying. I had got out of my truck, threw my hazards on, got out, and was like arms up in the air like, what the heck? And he just took off. So at first I thought it was just going to be a hit and run. I had several witnesses pull up behind me. There's actually a guy in a 6.0 that, it was pretty funny. He pulled up to about here, gave me a thumbs up, and lit his tires up in a full 180 and just took off. He went right through this median here and followed him. He got pictures of a car, but it ended up being the wrong car, which was kind of a bummer. But thank you, Eric, in the 6.0. Their truck was sweet. He said he just got it bulletproofed and everything. It was pretty cool. Maybe I'll feature him on the channel one day. But anyways, the car decided to come back. It was probably about 45 minutes later after I had my truck moved. I had actually rolled it over to this median here waiting for a tow truck. The tire still had air in it. The wheel was bent and cracked, but I don't know how it was still holding air. And honestly, I'm very impressed with the quality of Anthem wheels. I mean, I went into this curb probably, I would say about 45 miles an hour, 40 to 45 miles an hour side. Truck didn't roll. The axle, they don't know if it's bent. I'm going to have to find that out once we get the new wheel and tire put on there. They're going to take it out on a highway, see if there's any rear vibration. Right now, at this point, the truck is good. It's just cosmetic of the wheel, and then one of the steel belts in the tire might be bad. So we're getting a new wheel and tire out of it. But with that, the guy did end up coming back. He was not cooperative whatsoever. Refused to give me any information of his, which was really frustrating. And then also, Salem police wouldn't show up because there was no technical collision. Even though that guy was an idiot and pulled out in front of me, there was no collision, so there was no need for officers to show up. So the guy was refusing to give me information. We ended up figuring out I got information somehow. I'm not going to say how, but we got information and everything. And like I said, insurance is taking care of everything. We are good. The truck will be back very soon. So it's all just a major bummer that it happened. Super silly. And I wanted to explain and give you guys firsthand so that you guys don't think that the street tires caused it or anything like that, because it really was not any error other than the other driver. And for those of you that are wondering why I didn't get control of the truck, I should have started out the video with this. It was raining and the concrete was soaked, and I didn't really want to T-bone the guy because I was going like 50 miles an hour. and he was in a little Mazda. So it would have been a terrible accident, and I'm glad I avoided it and it went the way it did. So like I said, a really short video. I just want to give you guys the information on what happened with the 7.3. We got some pretty big things coming up. Injectors will be soon. I am super excited about that. I want to give a huge shout out to Full Force Diesel. We're going to be working something out, and I would say 2 or 3 months we might have the injectors in the truck, and we'll be doing dynos and all sorts of fun stuff like that to see what power the 7.3 is now making. But until then, we got a couple other things we're going to be doing, and that's all I got for you guys so far. So hopefully the truck will be back by next weekend. I'm going on vacation. I might be able to squeeze in a video. I'm going to try to pop the dent out in the door. I'll try to get a video lined up for while we're on vacation, so that way you guys aren't left hanging. So thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this week's video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below, like the video, and stick around. We got some fun stuff coming up, and the 7.3 will be back. Thanks, guys.